Hello everybody, and welcome to the United Stand. Very exciting news. We have got the team news has come in for you, and I don't know what we're looking at there. The team news has come in for you, and we are watching. I think I was watching something else there. You may well have been able to hear it actually. Another channel, an Arsenal channel, because I was watching their watch along. But we're live on the United Stand, of course, and we've got fucking brilliant news, absolutely superb news for you. We've got a team that we're very pleased with, and I did just tweet something a little bit crude that I did something in my pants, and I didn't poo in my pants. I did something that you do when you're very happy in your pants. I won't say it on YouTube, but I can do it on Twitter. I can get away with it. This is the wrong team, Azria. It is the wrong team. I admit it is the wrong team because I'm just about to change it for you now. But very good news. Very good news indeed for those people who are just, all I can say is one word. Angel Gomez is starting for Manchester United, and that's basically that's the team. That is the team. I don't know. I don't actually know how we're lining up. I don't really care how we're lining up. The reality is we have got that team, and yeah, look, pretty much picked it, didn't it? We picked it in the preview. Romero, Dalot, Twansebi, Jones, Rojo, Matic, Fred, and I would imagine it's Matic, Fred, and Gomez in a midfield three with Chong, Greenwood, and Rashford. But look. This is why we bloody love football. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. I'm just so pleased with it. I cannot over-egg the pudding any more than that. I'm just so pleased with that team news. We've had tough times at Manchester United, and we know we've had that over the last 6 years. And I'm not going to run away with myself. The lube is out. Lincoln's got the lube out, and he's very right to do it. I'm not going to get overly excited. Well, I am. Piss off, actually. I am going to get really excited because we get really negative when we don't get these teams that we want over the last few years. So I'm going to be overly positive and say that is music to my ears. It's porn to my eyes. I said I wasn't going to say anything like that, but I don't really care. It's absolutely brilliant. What a team. What a team is what I can say. And the big thing for me is, and I've not even looked at the bench, we've got Chong, Gomez, and Greenwood all starting. And what I would say is, look, I'm one of those people. That, you know, I really do think that. Look, will Gomez play well today? Will Chong play well today? Will Greenwood play well today? Maybe they won't. But we've been demanding this, and we've got it. And that in itself is just really pleasing, and I just can't wait. I can't wait for the game to kick off now. I can't wait to see. Look, Greenwood in itself would have been really exciting, but to get Chong and Gomez starting as well in a big game, in a European game, and I'm just watching Arsenal there, and they've got Aubameyang playing. You know, they're taking it very seriously. I mean, look, if I could nitpick, I actually could nitpick and say that I do not agree with the fact that Marcus Rashford's playing. Like, why is he playing? I think at what point do you give Marcus Rashford a bloody break? You know, in total fairness to Marcus Rashford as well, at what point does he get a break? Because I think he bloody deserves one. But other than that, just very happy with the team. And look, yeah, so there you got it. So Romero in goal, Jones and Twansebi. Very excited to see Twansebi. Very excited to see Diego Dalot. Very excited to see him back as well. Rojo and Jones, don't really care about you, or Matic. Fred, excited to see him. Gomez, mega excited. Chong, mega excited. Greenwood, mega excited. Rashford, don't really see the point in you playing today. But yeah, just super happy with that team. And I don't think we could have a team any better than that. I really don't. I think it's the absolutely perfect team for what we wanted in this game today. And what is the starting lineup, says Travis? Well, it's that big thing next to me on the left-hand side. But it has got Chong in it. It has got Gomez in it. It has got Greenwood in it. And look, Astana aren't that good, but fair play to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for actually giving us that scenario, really, because he didn't have to do it. And I'm very happy. I'm just very happy. Rojo and look, Niraj says Rojo and Matic, but at the end of the day, would we not all take Rojo and Matic to get that team that we've got out there? I must just talk about the bench. Jordan Such says so happy with that team. I just can't get my head around Matic. What on earth is all that about? But Jordan, I actually see the brilliance in Matic starting. And I'll tell you for one, because it means he's not playing against West Ham at the weekend. Yabba dabba do. Like he there's no way Matic is playing tonight and against West Ham, so that's a bonus. And also, he is a Serbian international, twice Premier League winner. He's finished, he's done, but he is going to play games for United, and you've got to pick what games you want him to play in. And to be honest with you, pick him against Rochdale and Astana. Just don't pick him in the Premier League. I don't have a problem with Matic starting in this game, if I'm totally honest with you. I'd be more. It's more about just get he's going to have game time. We've got a contribution from Simon Heldon. He says, very happy to see the youth get a chance here. I'm actually happy to see Matic in this match because I believe that means he's not being rated highly as a league player. Exactly, Simon. I agree with that. Where's Mata? Says Capone. What? You've got to be joking. Don't start moaning about Mata. The bench has got Grant on it, Maguire, Young, Garner, Mata, McTominay and Lingard. So, I mean, there's only one player I want to see off that bench, and that's James Garner. But Maguire, don't want to be using him. Ashley Young, don't want to use him. And Mata, McTominay and Lingard, I mean, it's a dead bench, that is. That is a really shit bench, which we shouldn't need to use. We shouldn't need to use it at all. Dimitar just retired. My heart just sank. Says Lincoln Jack Donomy. Dimitar just retired. Dimitar who? Berbatov retired ages ago. Rojo may give 2 penalty kicks, says Noah Lee. I'll be very surprised if Antana scored tonight. I mean Astana and Antana. They're not a bloody TV service. Garner is on the bench. Carito Janga, 546,000 subscribers. Yeah, the subscriber count is sort of broken on YouTube now. It doesn't update subscriber for subscriber. It does it every sort of 1,000, I think now, or every 100. So please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and we'll try and figure out how that subscriber count works now, because I just don't know. It seems to do it. It's either doing it in hundreds or thousands, but we'll find out tonight. So please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Kickoff is not for another hour. Actually, the team news just always comes out a little bit early on Europa League. Berbatov confirmed his retirement today, says Matthew McFadden. I thought he retired bloody ages ago, to be honest, Matthew. I don't get what that's all about. Should Brand Williams have played instead of Rojo, says Aidan Seladi. I think at the end of the day, I'm just looking at the lads walking in, I think at the end of the day, Rojo's got to play today, hasn't he? He's got to play. Because if he doesn't play, then, he's a senior international. He's a senior player for Manchester United. He's got to play, really. I'd love it if we got rid of him as well, and then maybe Williams could have played. But the reality is, these players have got to play. I think Greenwood could be our Tammy Abraham if we played him for about 10 games straight. Levi Pegler. I don't think that's the plan with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to do that anyway. I don't think he's actually planning on playing Mason Greenwood game in, game out, because he's only 17. He was only 17 years old. But I want to just draw some light onto one thing and just say, Arsenal are playing Frankfurt today, which is if we were playing Frankfurt away, I don't know whether we'd play the amount of kids that we've done. But look at the Arsenal team. Chambers, Mustafi, David Luiz, Kolasinac, Torreira, Xhaka, Aubameyang. All right, they've got Smith Rowe, Willock and Saka playing. But it's still a pretty experienced team for them. And their bench has got Ceballos on it, Pepe's on it, Nelson, Guendouzi, Maitland-Niles. So they've gone with a very experienced team, Arsenal. So, United have got to take advantage of this opportunity. And I certainly didn't think that they've done that. Christian Carpenter says, does that mean Fred won't play this weekend? It probably does mean Fred won't start against West Ham, which I think is a little bit unfortunate. But having said that, you've got to just go into this game, and it's an opportunity for Gomez, it's an opportunity for Fred and Greenwood and Chong to express themselves. They're not all going to have a good game tonight, but there is an opportunity there. And Astana they're gonna bloody park the bus, aren't they? Really excited to see this team, Gomez and Greenwood especially. Let's see what they got. Fred, it's your time to shine, says Matt Rush. And should we have played Lingard rather than Rashford to rest him against West Ham, says Simon Heldon. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I would not have played Rashford tonight. I think Ollie's, that's the only negative, and I can't be negative because I'm just so excited. But that is the only issue I have with that team, is that why would you play Marcus Rashford again? He's he's going to burn out. He needs to have a break. And exactly what Ilo United just said there. He needs to have a break. FIFA 20, what time, Mark, says Lewis Johnson. Well, I'm doing a bloody watch along, mate. What do you want me to do? Play a bit of FIFA 20 while I'm doing it? I have had a little go on FIFA 20, by the way, and as much as I like it, I'm pretty shit at it, to be honest. That's a little bit of a concern. Finally, time for the youth. Yes, Chong to annihilate those who question him tonight for sure, says Legendary Toast. I'm a massive, massive fan of Tahith Chong, and I really do hope that tonight is his night, because I really do rate him, and I think he's exactly the sort of player that that we want to see playing for Manchester United. He's probably one of the only wingers that we've got now, because Martial doesn't play on the wing hopefully anymore. He's one of the only wingers that we've got who really does run at his man, and I think that's massively important. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I will be playing Ultimate Team, mate, but I won't be doing it now because I'm obviously doing a FIFA, not a FIFA stream. I'm obviously doing a Manchester United game at the moment. So, but I will be doing a bit of FIFA 20 tomorrow on That's Football if people are interested in that sort of thing. Pogba and Martial, we don't know. I mean, that's something I was going to ask you lot, actually, because you might know more than me on this. But when is there a press conference for the West Ham game, or do they just not bother with it because we've got Premier League? I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. I really don't. So we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. I'm just messing about with a few things here. I don't really like the lighting on this studio that much, and I need to spend a little bit more time on sorting it out, to be honest with you, because it gets on my nerves a little bit. But we'll go with that. What else? Right. Do you think Matic should have started, says George Reyes? Well, what do you lot think? What do you think? I mean, normally the press conference is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't think it will be. Do you think we will reach the final, says Alex Equiliani? It's a little bit early. Mark Hamill says, what is the lineup? If people aren't aware of the lineup because they can't read what's next to me on the left, or it's a little bit too small, that's what she said. The team news is Romero in goal. We've also got Jones and Twansebi as our centre-backs today. We've got... who else have we got? We've got Delo back in, which I think low-key, that's quite a significant thing to have Delo back in the team, because he's not played for a while. I think it was a bit of a shame that he missed the start of the season, actually. So having him back, I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest with you. So yeah, good news about that. Then you've got Rojo playing at centre-back, which some people are not happy with, but I think he's got to start playing games, hasn't he? He's got to start playing games, so happy with that. Matic in the midfield with Fred and Gomez, we believe. Angel Gomez starts a game for Manchester United. How happy are you about that? Because I'm absolutely ecstatic with it. I think it's fantastic news. And I'm so pleased to see him playing in a Manchester United shirt. And the most important thing as well is, and we might not talk about it enough, is the fact that these lads are actually starting. They're actually starting games for Manchester United, because it's one thing to be playing for Manchester United. So actually start for Manchester United is really, really important. And I really hope that we do see Rashford playing off the left as well, because I don't think we 100% know how that's going to line up, do we? I mean, on my screen, what have I got? I've got Rashford to the left and Greenwood to the top, with Chong on the right. We want to see some interchangeability, without question. We want to see some interchangeability there, and I think that we will do. Mark, if Rashford plays badly tonight, surely he's a banter player and not a United stand striker. I don't think we should be judging people on one performance, to be honest with you. Rashi playing tonight may mean he isn't playing on Sunday, says Mark Pelfrey. I don't think it's that. I think it's actually just a shortage of players. He could have played Lingard tonight, but maybe that means Lingard's going to play. Aubameyang was nearly in there. I don't know what it means for Sunday, but I'm sure Rashford will start. Mega Controller 26 says, have Matic at striker or Mata at centre-back. How's your day, Mark? I don't know what you're on about putting Matic's there. So excited with the lineup, says Roy Keane, simply the best. I think a lot of people are a lot excited with that lineup, and why wouldn't you be? It's fantastic. What we've seen today is a really, really big statement from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think everybody, whether it's on the podcast or whatever it is, I think there's a lot of people that will just be saying, you know what, Ollie's finally walking the walk, and that's all we ever really wanted him to do. Walk the walk, don't talk the talk, and he's done that. So I'm really pleased to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer actually picking a team like he's picked tonight, because it does send out a really big message that this is the way we want to go. And, you know, to be honest with you, maybe there is a bit of you know, he's seen people like Lampard, what they're doing, and, you know, he's having to copy it. But I don't really mind that. I don't really have a problem with that. I think that ultimately we wanted to see that youth team today, and now we just want to see Kickoff because we're excited, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, we wanted this, we're going to get it, and I can't wait. I'm just updating the bench for you because we've got Maguire on there and Grant's on there. Young and Garner are on there. So let's get that working. But look, I mean, this is the game. In many ways, this is the perfect game, and it's the perfect draw for Manchester United. Because if we had been like Arsenal playing Eintracht Frankfurt away, then I don't think for 1 minute we would have seen a team like this. It is the perfect scenario. It is a really... Look, I don't want to be too disrespectful, but it's a really poor side that we're playing. They're not very good. And because of that, it gives us a real opportunity to go and not only get many goals, but also for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to actually... proof in the pudding, really. Get out there and pick the team that he believes in, apparently, that we believe in, and I'm looking forward to it. What I would say is let's not put too much pressure on. This is the whole point. This is the whole point when you do play youngsters. Don't put too much pressure on them, because if you do, you might find yourself being a little bit disappointed. But for one thing, you know, this is going to be a backs-to-the-wall job by Astana. They are going to do that. And, you know, the longer it takes for United to score, the more frustrated it may get. But we've got to be patient and we've got to be brave with that. Because ultimately, the one thing I would say is that when it comes to young players, they are going to take their time. Of course they're going to take their time. That's exactly what it's all about. It takes time for these people to come into fruition. So... yeah, I think, look, hopefully we're going to get blown away tonight with what we see. But, you know, it might not go that way. And if it doesn't go that way, I think we've just got to be a little bit patient, because we wanted this. We wanted this. And does anyone know what James Garner's number is? Because I don't even actually have him as a squad number to do the subs. So if anyone knows what his squad number is, that would be great. 5-0 tonight, Mark, and 19 on Monday. Daddy time, says Matov Dali. Well done. Well done. Joe Daniel says, calling sick and heading home early from work to watch the game. That's how excited I am about this lineup. Can't wait. Well, who said the Europa League had to be depressing? It's great, isn't it? This is more exciting than bloody Leicester was last week. Simon Holden says, Mark, I think starting Rashford might be about having some experience up front with two youth players. Also, it can be a nice way to see how these three work together. Look, there's no doubt in my mind that Marcus Rashford will want to play in this game. Jesse's still on the bench. Ollie doing the right things, says Ashbrit Sane. Come on, you're letting me down, you lot. What number is he? 37. Yeah, he's number 37. So why have I not got number 37 there? I haven't got him. That's a real letdown. Sack, draw to your devil for not having number 37 for Ghana. But I will have this lineup for you in a moment, because I like to have it right. Right, I think I've got it finally right now. Good. So yeah, just an air of positivity around the show tonight, and why wouldn't there be? Because we've got what we wanted. We've got the team that we wanted. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is listening again, and that's just fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Right, let me see if I. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah. It's just shit happens, man. That's just what happens sometimes.
It's working. It's working now. It's working on. I'm live now. I'm on the main one, but it's just not working on that scene.
Oh, did you put it to the top?
Yeah.
Just don't know. Change screen.
So when I go back to the other screen, it's working. Yeah. All right. No worries, mate.
Bye.
Cheers. That's disappointing. I can't use my. Look how shit my bloody light's gone again. I tell you what, this is not going well tonight. That's ridiculously bright. I've gone like faded. Oh, I'm not happy with this tonight. Not happy with this at all. Really not happy. Why have I gone all bloody faded? Like, my lighting's shit. I'm going back to XSplit. Obs can kiss my arse. It's shite. You can hear me on here now. This is what happens when you're live. This is what happens when you're live. Things go wrong. And you know what that means now? What it also means is I always go to that other cutaway screen so I can have a stand up and stretch my legs. So I'm going to have to start doing this again. I'll go invisible. Now I can have a stretch and everything like that. And it makes me look like I'm invisible. But yeah, a little bit disappointing, especially when I spent so long bloody doing it. But yeah, I'm back now. Look, hello. Right, let's get into the live comments. So I can't actually predict how we're going to play because you're not going to get any audio with me for some reason. The wonders of live, the wonders of being live. It's a great thing, isn't it? It's an absolutely great thing. But I'm just can't wait. I'm in a moment of clarity. I just cannot wait to see that. God, apparently Chelsea have given Callum Hudson-Odoi a new 5-year contract with around £180,000 a week. What a joke! Like he's barely played 500 minutes of football. The world's gone mad, everybody. Joshua Seapol says, Mark, we're actually playing your 4-3-3. Matic as CDM, Fred and Gomez as CM, Chong left wing, Rochford right wing, and Greenwood striker. I don't know. I'll reserve judgment on how we're actually going to line up. I'm not convinced that we will actually play with Rashford on the right. I think Rashford will be off the left with Chong on the right. And hopefully Greenwood through the middle, but we might see Greenwood off the right, Rashford down the middle. That would annoy me, but you know you can't get everything you want, and we have got the team that we want. So let's just hope that that's okay. Who is the captain is a very good point. I'm going to guess that the captain is Matic. Yeah, bloody Matic, captain. Makes you want to throw up, doesn't it? I mean, that's disgusting. Why? How can Matic be captain of Manchester United when he, less than a week ago, he was slagging the manager off? I mean, I'd rather have Phil Jones as captain. It's a joke. How is Matic captain of Manchester United tonight? Give it to bloody Romero. Jokes. Shyam, I don't like Matic, as a lot of people will know. Shyam says, Hi Mark, this is my first message to you, and this comes from a state of being ecstatic at the team we are looking at right now. Desperately waiting for the kickoff. Cheers from Mumbai, India. Yes, that is the positive that we need. Donkey Matic, says Sean Galashan. So excited to see Matic, says Ewan Vickers. And Rashford should be captain, says Young Khan. Yeah, anybody but Matic, basically. Anybody but Matic. He doesn't deserve it, and he's mildly cretinous. So you should, I find it funny that he's allowed to tweet out about not tweet. He's allowed to say stuff about the manager, and then he's the captain of Manchester United. It's just crazy. It's crazy. He did slag Ollie off Byron Hall. He liked a comment saying that he should be starting. That's slagging the manager off. Go and say it to his face, pussy. Anyway. If you want to defend Matic, someone might want to because he's absolutely crap and he can't defend himself. Go for it. Greenwood captain, says Fortnite legend. That would be fun. That would be fun if he was the captain, but he's not. Okay. Why is your sub count not working, says Prab. Please do subscribe to the channel because we're running an experiment tonight. We're trying to establish whether... we've just gone up to 547 there, whether it's going to update every 100. Basically, YouTube has changed the subscriber notification now. It used to be one every subscriber, it changed. But now we can't figure out whether it's doing it every 100 or every 1,000. So please do subscribe to United Stand if you're new. Bottom right hand corner anyway. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We do watch-alongs every game. We've got fan cams after the game. We've got match reactions, previews. We go live if there's any big breaking news. Fantastic community. Call-ins as well. Get involved. And Jordan Such says, is it true United are looking to give Lingard a new contract? Apparently so. Apparently so. It's ridiculous. Pogba is obviously still injured, Umar, but he probably wouldn't be involved in this game anyway, I don't think, which I think we would all agree with. That's probably not the right game for Paul Pogba to play. Matic has the speed of a Roomba, says Hammy Westside. He's got the speed of a constipated dead frog. That's what he's got. That means Matic doesn't play against West Ham if playing tonight, so that's surely good news, says Carl Cram. Exactly. Finally, a manager with some balls, says Gamer Jim. I think medically, Jose Mourinho, Van Gaal and Moyes actually did have 2 testicles. But I know what you mean in the footballing sense. To play the youth, it's great. Mark, did you see how good Di Maria was good at PSG last night? You should have kept him, says Zayn Miassi. I don't think he wanted to stay, mates. I think that was the problem with him. He did not want to stay at Manchester United, so we let him go. We let him go. And I think it was the right thing to do at the end of the day. I do. I think if a player doesn't want to be here, you let them go. You can't do anything else. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. Cement boots Matic, says Will Hanley. Well, yeah. I'm just messing around with stuff now because I'm not actually happy with... the lighting on the show tonight is doing my head in. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So it winds me up. Might have to just go with that. It's still not as good as I would like it to be. We've had another super chat coming in from Matt Rush. Do you think we might sign anyone in January? Mark, can't see it myself. Oh, I'm bored. Sorry, Matt. Thanks for the contribution. I'm bored of talking about signings. Like, we've just been let down in summer by this board, and people still think that, you know, they're gonna do something. They're gonna do something significant in the transfer window, and I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't think United will be making any signings in January. I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't see it. I really don't. And also, I think it's an irrelevance. We've just got to go with what we've got. And actually, the positive side of things is that we have got this situation tonight, haven't we? Seeing this I've got. You can't see it because it's invisible. Because it's green. That's brilliant. We've had a super chat coming in from Anup Alipan. He says, really excited about the lineup. One question to you. We have put all our attacking players in the starting lineup. It's exciting, but who can we bring in as a sub from the bench if failed to score in the first half? Well, unfortunately, for some bloody reason, I can't keep my audio going when I change screen here. Can't show you because it won't work, which is really annoying. But the bench has got Grant on it, Maguire on it, but you're quite right. It's got Young on it as well. It's got McTominay, Mata, Lingard really as the attacking options, and yeah, it's not great. It's not a great bench, and I think we just have to accept that and move with what it is. It's it could be better, but it's not. Happy days. Okay. Mark got the double of the viewers than Manchester United official YouTube channel, says Young Khan. What do you expect? We talk real talk on here. Mark, you said Pogba would sort out the Madrid midfield. He's been average for 3 years. He's had a few good seasons at Juve, and that's it. A world-class player is consistent. He's not consistent. Look, Zane, I know you like to make loads of contributions to make yourself look like you're great, but if you're not going to improve your comments, I don't really want to read them out. You always default back to talking about Pogba. Pogba's not playing tonight. It's an irrelevance to talk about Paul Pogba. And you must have asked that question about 20 times. So I'm just, if you don't make good comments, I'm not going to read them out. Because I think some people are under this assumption that because you make a contribution that we've got to read it out. And you make loads of contributions, and that's very nice of you. But you actually dominate the live comments with crap comments sometimes, and you must do better. Something wrong with the subscriber page, mate, says Martin Howard Mason. There isn't. It's just YouTube has prevented the automatic update of each subscriber now. So please do subscribe if you're new. We're trying to. It's in general across YouTube as well. Hi Mark, why isn't Gomez involved? Unfit, says Lars Eric Brabakken. I really hope that's a joke. And Gold Piece, somebody tell him. Gold Piece Posterity says the earth is flat. Thoughts on David Icke? Yeah, again, thanks for the contribution, but I'm just not going to start talking about stuff just because you asked to put it on a super chat anymore, because it gets boring, doesn't it? Bruno Fernandes is a mediocre player, says Neil Zero. What's gone wrong with the live comments? Sort yourselves out. Bloody hell. Zane started it off and you're all getting worse. Ryan Manicum says Zane out. Mark, do you think Fred will play this weekend, says Jagan G. Well, what I would say about Zane Miassi is he makes out he's an Arsenal fan, right? Yet he's contributing on a United stand stream when United haven't even kicked off and Arsenal are actually playing. He's an undercover Welbeck. Salty we sold him, says Gaming Fan. He could well be. Daughter, you make me laugh. You make me laugh. Loving that t-shirt, Mark, says Izio Uchichu. If you want to get it, you can get it. Links in the video description. We go worldwide. True United. As a Pogba fan, I'm pleased with you, Zane. Full of bullshit. Predictions, Mark, says Ollie Man. Well, let's do the predictions bit, actually. We have got nearly 10,000 people watching, which I think is fantastic, because I think you are fantastic. Thanks for the... what was that? You're a good boy, says Daniel Maddock. Thanks for that, mate. And look, the light's a lot better when I have my phone on my face, isn't it? I was thinking something else then. Score a prediction, says Jesus No. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Manchester United to win this game by... Ooh, let's see what we're going to go with. I'm going to go Manchester... I'm doing a calculation on my calculator. X2 plus 4 equals Y squared. I'm going to say that Manchester United will win this game by... You know what? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to say 6-0. What do you think about that then? I'm going to say 6-0 to Manchester United. What about that? That shocked a lot of you, I bet. 6-0 Manchester United. Yeah. Somebody just said 1-0. Look, you know what? I think there's a lot of, not a lot of joy, there's a lot of sense in that person who just said 1-0, because how many times do you think, we're going to smash the arse off them, and then you actually end up not having that happen? Wanted to thank you and everyone at the United Stand for everything you do, including families and support. You provide consistent, high-quality content, says Brian. Thank you, Brian. That is one of the nicer comments we've had, so I really appreciate that. And you're part of the family as well, Brian, and everybody's part of the United Stand community. Which reminds me, Christmas party, keep it free. It's in Manchester on December the 5th. I'm not going to say where it is yet, and we will be releasing the tickets soon. It's going to be a great night. I've booked the DJ, and you know me, I'm old school, so the DJ will be playing Christmas classics. Don't you just hate it when you go to a work Christmas party and they don't play Slade and everything like that? So we'll have a right old good night that night. Keep it free. Thursday, December the 5th. We really need a clinical goal-getter and a leader, a la Keane, in centre midfield. Any wishes, Mark, says Ketty Helsland. Tonight I'm going to be really greedy and say I really, really hope that the young lads do well. Fred, I want Fred to do well, but I'm not going to be greedy. I would rather Gomez and Chong and Greenwood had worldies tonight and Fred didn't play that well, because I just think it's a massive opportunity for them tonight and I want them to be involved more and more and more. Anthony's excited for Christmas. Matt, a tip to take Fred the Reds job soon, says Martin Mason. Matt is just a very good vlog writer, isn't he? That's what he does. That is what he does. And he does it very well. He does it very well indeed. Okay. Young is the best captain Manchester United have ever had. Disgrace he's not playing, says WST Dylan. I like the cut of your jokes. Good stuff. Hi Mark, I'm from Australia and I have to say this channel is fantastic. I enjoy watching it. Keep up the great work. That's from Thomas Gilmore. And please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. I'm just, I'm actually just messaging somebody. Myself. Imagine if you sent messages to yourself. Okay, come on, Fred the Red. It's your time. Greenwood hat trick incoming, says Leaf Hunter. It was Illa United. Why do I always notice Illa United gets a lot of shout outs, and it's amazing because we have such a vibrant and fantastic live comments that, you know, some people always moan you never read me out, but it's because there's so many. But Illa United always seems to catch my eye. Opinion on how Gomez will perform in this game, says Nathan Williams. Look, he is against men tonight. They might not be the greatest team, Astana, but they do win the title in their league, and they do, you know, deserve this right to be in this tournament because that's the rules. But I think that if I was being absolutely honest, I sort of feel that one or two of them might not have a good game tonight because it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. But on the other hand, what if they just all turn up and do fantastically well? Sorry, Mark, where did you say the party was, says Dan O'Keefe. It's going to be in Manchester. We've not released the venue yet, but it's going to be Thursday, December the 5th, and it's in Manchester. So yes, get yourself ready for that. We'll be releasing the tickets very, very soon. And yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Mark, I'm stuck in a tropical storm, but I'm still following my team in the fan channel. Love from Houston, says Marky. Look, if it gets too close to your house, forget United Stand, forget Manchester United, and take cover. Take cover. That's for the love of God. We're good, but we're not that good. And Angel Gomez starting is great, but it's not that great. Right. Done a little bit of work there. What do you think of the lineup? I've just joined, says Tyler Jackson. Especially for you, Tyler. Up yours! Up yours! Not you, Tyler. Up yours, haters. Up yours. We're playing the youth. We're playing the youth. And yeah, I'm really happy about it. Really happy about it. I actually think this has probably been one of the most enjoyable we've done in a long time. Because we always have something to moan about. And there is still something to moan about if you really... For those people who like a moan, I would still moan about the fact that Matic is captain. Why? I don't want to see him captain. And I'd also have a little bit of moan about why Marcus Rashford's starting, because at some point he's going to get injured. He like literally never stops playing football. And you know what? That's great, but it will catch up with him. And you've got to look after him. You've got to look after him. Because... You know, we don't want to be losing people for injuries. Should United sign Haaland from Red Bull Salzburg, says Andreas Rasmussen. It's not a priority for me. We need a midfielder. But he looks quite good, doesn't he? Hazim Bazuni says, honestly, I love your content and I'm proud we built a family here where we can share our opinions, struggles and laughter. Love you, man. Thank you, Hazim. And Harsin Sridhar says, I actually think starting this game and scoring a bunch of goals will do Rashford's confidence a world of good. Trust in the process, and I love the new podcast. Yeah, you can listen to our weekly podcast, me and Flex. Links are in the video description for that, iTunes, Spotify, and other things. Metal Music, and he's right as well. Rashford tonight, it'd be nice if Rashford did score a couple of goals tonight. I mean, I'm not a Rashford hater. I know a lot of people are fed up with Rashford. But I like Rashford, and I do believe in him. At the moment, he's just not good enough, but I do believe he can come good. Metal Music Review says, really good that Delo is back, and I hope he has a blinder. Plus Greenwood and Gomez, nice game here to help develop combinations. 4-3-3 formation is a good choice as well. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Because we do want to see Delo. Chong is starting. Mark, you're burn my face chances, says Ali K. And Brenda Mayasi says, hey, Mark Goldbridge, I'm Zane's wife. I did not give him permission to waste so much money on you. He's wasted thousands. Please block him. That's your funniest post, yeah. Even changed your name as well. Chloe Jenkins says, do you think Ollie has made a mistake playing 2 left-footers in midfield? Surely McSauce right foot alongside Fred would be more balanced. A very, very tactical view of it, Chloe, to be honest with you. But I think that ultimately McTominay needs a rest. McTominay does need a rest because we've got a lot of games coming up, and McTominay is now important, isn't he? McTominay's getting a rest so that Matic can play, and that means McTominay will play on Sunday. So I wouldn't have played McTominay tonight if I'm absolutely honest with you. I think that we need him to not play, if that makes sense. Anyway, let me just drop into here because I'm waiting, hopefully, for Paul at some point. Hi, Mark, all the way from South Africa, and I love the channel, says Renato Suarez. Yes, please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're in a state of confusion at the moment as to what's happening with the actual subscriber count with YouTube. I can see it is going up gradually. We are on 547,000. So please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I can update you on what we actually are in by going through the back system. Okay. MZX says, hi Mark, Rashford form has been poor since the Chelsea game. Do you think it's a dip in form, or does he not have the quality we think he has? I just think with Rashford there's an element of he maybe thinks he's already made it. Fellaini over anyone, to be honest, is Hazim Bazalouni. Obviously a big fan of his. And Callum Sangster, thank you for the contribution there. Paul, can you hear me? I thought I heard him.
Hello, mate. Yeah, you right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, fine. Cheers, pal.
Good. So, thoughts on the team, first of all?
Yeah, what's not to like, mate? It's basically, it's what you put out on it. It's what everybody wants, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I'm just hopeful for a good game. I want individual performances, but I also want a consistent team performance. Because you got to bear in mind, all these players have been lumped into a team that haven't really played together much. So when looking at the overall body of work, you got to bear that in mind. But dead excited to see Gomez, Fred, and Delo. I mean, we've been talking about the youth, but those two are going to be really important.
Yeah, I mean, is there an element of Darshan Singhvi says, do you think Brandon over Rojo to be given a chance? Well, he's not even on the bench, mate, so that wasn't going to happen. But with regards to Gomez and Chong and Greenwood, are you actually... I've got to be honest here, and this is why I'm going to give Ollie a bit of credit. I'm actually surprised. I know we knew that Greenwood and Twansabi was starting. I didn't think he would start Greenwood, Gomez and Chong all together. He didn't even do that in the pre-season. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm very, very, I suppose, grateful. But I'm just glad that he's finally walking the walk, because he's talked the talk for a long time.
Sorry, mate, you broke up a little bit there, but he surprised me too. I didn't think he would... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd start all of them. I thought he was going to bench Gomez. So that was magic when I saw that. That made my day. Honest to God, that made my day. I was like, right. Everything else based around that's great, but Gomez starting, he's the key position we need in the starting lineup. And if he performs well today, then he should start against West Ham. If he performs well today, this is it. There's a little catch-22 here, because if we get players that perform well today from the youth setup, and then Ollie slips back into standard territory with Matic and Lingard, then that's going to be an issue for me. So there's still work to be done after this game, but looking at this game, how could you not be excited with that lineup? It's got goals everywhere.
I personally think there's absolutely no chance that Gomez or Chong or Greenwood start against West Ham, even if they have their best game we've ever seen. I just don't think that's the plan Ollie's got. And you know, whether you agree with that or not, you could, you know, I think they'll then play against Rochdale. I think that's what he's going to do. But you know, tonight's the opportunity, and I've said this before. It's like, would I pick Twansebi over Lindelof? No, not at the moment. But if Twansebi does start doing really, really good things, then you know he might force Lindelof out through pure ability. But the opportunity's there for them tonight. I mean, I know we talk Astana down, but they, you know, they're professional footballers in some way, and they are also going to play very defensive. So it will be and it'll be a packed out Old Trafford. So it's a massive game for these kids, and they've got the platform there now. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, they have, and it's not as if this is an important game. It's the team we're playing at the moment. Like, let's face it, it's going to be base level. They're going to sit back, but they're going to mimic a lot of traits that we're going to get in the Premier League when we play bottom 10 teams. So this is quite good practice for the new kids coming in, for the people who haven't played much, to play against the sort of setup we're going to see quite often, and in the Europa League, and in the early stages of the Cup. So, in my opinion, this is a good test. It's a very good test. It's a very good lead up. But I'm still going to be annoyed if Gomez has a good game, performs excellently, and then gets benched for the next game. Based on the performances of Mata and Lingard, I don't see them being put back in as a step forward. I really don't. I know Gomez needs a lot more experience, but with Greenwood, if Martial comes in, you can understand it. Rashford, you know, he's going to take the centre forward role over Greenwood, even if he gets a goal or a brace. But we need that central midfield creativity. And if, you know, Gomez is my main focus at the moment, but Fred, he could take a place next to McTominay, and I think that'll improve our football getting on the front foot so much. There's a lot of diversity in this to pick through. If we have a great performance, it's going to give Ollie some questions.
Lars Eric Brobkalkon says, love the show, love the new layout. Sorry about the Gomez question. I only looked at the front three. Guess I'm blind. Do you think Garner will get game time today? I'd like to see Garner getting some game time, and I think if we were 3 or 4-0 up, it would be wrong not to get him on for Matic at some point. Joshua Naylor says, I think Matic is class and should be playing more. You're taking the piss, mate. No one believes you. And if you do think that, you know, it's up to you, isn't it? But you're wrong. Anyway, what I was going to say is, look, you know, the great thing about this is it's the first game in the Europa League. We got mocked roundly for being in the Europa League. It is the Emerdale Cup. We've got to go to Kazakhstan. We're playing the Kazakhstan team. We've got to go to Serbia. You know, it's not a very glamorous tournament to be in. But what a fantastic goal Arsenal have just scored there. And I think that's one of their youth players as well, Xhaka. So they're going to be chanting about their youth, and they're doing it against a better team, to be fair. So it's a very, very good goal for Arsenal, that was. And they're doing it away against Eintracht Frankfurt. So they're going to be saying, you know, we will get that. But to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in what Arsenal are doing. I'm interested in what Manchester United are doing. And this, you know, for everybody who's at Old Trafford tonight, they've been rewarded, and they're going to probably get a more exciting game than one of the most exciting games we've seen at Old Trafford in years, to be honest, because we are culture vultures at Manchester United. We do love our youth players, and all right, it might be Kazakhstan's best team at Old Trafford, but as Metal Music Review says, Astana will no doubt sit deep and compact a la Crystal Palace. If these kids break them down and scores goals, it's got to open Ollie's eyes. So yeah, it's just a big, massive game, and it suddenly makes the Europa League, was what I was going to say, a lot more exciting. Yeah,
Metal Music Review just said exactly what I've been saying in terms of if the low block setup's going to be very similar to a lot of teams that we play. If we have a successful way of breaking this team down with the lineup that we have, and there's a few key attributes to that, as in maybe Gomez or Chong, if they don't play the next game, it just seems silly to me. But I would understand why they wouldn't. So yeah, this is a perfect time to shine. You know, these kids are chomping at the bit, as Ollie would say, to get in the team. Now they're there. You know, this is rabbit in the headlights time. What do? Do you step up or do you shrink? And I think that's what Ollie wants to find out. And we're hoping everybody steps up. But as you say, Arsenal have got 2 youth products scoring tonight. Chelsea have got youth products playing in the Premier League already. Everyone's got the best youth if you think about your own team. But I do believe in a couple of these kids, I really do. And I think if a couple of these kids can step forward this season and get in the first team next season with a couple of purchases as well, we're looking good. So they're very important to us at the moment. And, tonight's the first step, hopefully, on their progression to get in the Premier League every week.
Arsenal have just scored again. I don't know. I don't actually know how good Eintracht Frankfurt's team is, but how good the team they've put out. But they must be.
I've been watching the game, Mark. They're not bad. I mean, Arsenal should have been a couple down after the first 20 minutes, to be honest. And yeah, Aubameyang's got one. So they're not bad. But I mean, I've been watching the game, and they're playing like they've got youth in their setup. Their shape's not very good. The young players want to prove themselves. They're getting out of position, which is what's going to happen to us tonight as well. So we're going to be a bit open.
Yeah.
But I think our opposition is nowhere near as good as Arsenal's opposition at the moment. So we should absolutely batter them. And you know what? I'm not even worried about goals. I look at performances, composure. Obviously I want 5-10 goals or whatever, but in terms of individual performances, composure on the ball, making the right decisions, doing the right thing, not being too greedy, playing the team game, and the goals will come if you do that correctly. So that's what I want to see. And then, hopefully Greenwood gets a couple and Gomez bangs one in, but composed play, maturity, that's what I want to see tonight.
And if we get any free kicks, I hope Gomez bangs Rashford out and so he takes it himself. Darshan Singhvi says, my sis says she wants to marry someone like Mark. Well, there's only one of me. And Metal Music Review says, Fred and Gomez to press and play fast balls forward. Watch the difference in ball movement. Yeah, but Paul's right, and we spoke about it on the preview as well. It's on BT Sports 2, Dave MUFC Whitehead. I think that's what it's on. It's on straight after the Arsenal game. But you talk about press. I don't know whether it's going to be that sort of game. I mean, look, we had Alan on, who lives in Kazakhstan, and he's basically an expat. Really,
he's a good lad.
Yeah, he's a United fan of 40 years, and he's living over there because he's working in a school. And he said that basically Astana will be one of the worst teams United have ever played in Europe. Sort of, they're not very good. It's not their fault. The rules are the rules. You get to play in Europe if you're in Europe. Whether Kazakhstan is actually in Europe is by the by. But they're not a good team. He did say they'd probably be sort of a league. I mean, I don't think they're going to be dreadful. He did say they'd probably
Mark,
bottom of the championship, top
how
of the
many
league.
times have you seen in the cup? Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go on.
No, you play in the cup and you get a League One team stepping up, playing a huge team comparatively to what they play normally. How many times do they give Premier League teams problems, issues, just with work rate alone?
Yeah.
Just with activity. You don't know how they're going to play. You don't know who their star men are. I'm sure they've been scouted, but I think they could cause us problems. I see them being so up for this game, and I hope we come out with energy and enthusiasm, and we don't just think we're going to beat them easy, because if we slip to a 1-0 down, we don't know what these kids' reactions are like. I know it's only Astana, but you never know. This is a cup game for them. This is a huge deal.
And they're not kids. Astana won't be kids. They might not have the quality,
No.
but they're not kids. Charlie Roll says, "Are you happy?" And it's nearly 4-0 to Arsenal there. Charlie Roll says, "Are you happy that Matic is playing in this game, as it means that he won't be playing in the Premier League matches? Predictions on who will score." Well, I'll let you take that one, Paul, with regards to Matic. What are your thoughts on him? Captain as well. I mean, people might not realise that. I mean, that's the one that's got me. Why is he captain Manchester United? It makes no sense when you've got Phil Jones on the pitch. Romero could have done it. I'm just thinking of people that have been to the club longer than him. Phil Jones could have done it.
Yeah, I thought I'm confused by that, but I don't read into it too much. I mean, our captaincy's been all over the shop for years. We haven't really got anyone who's going to grab it by the horns. I think Maguire's a future captain. I think he's a leader. I think our two centre halves actually are the best vocal people on the pitch. But I put a live comment in earlier when I saw Matic in the lineup. Matic is the sugar in the petrol tank of a Ferrari. I mean, he just everything around Matic just seems to have pace and fluidity, and then you got Matic in the middle, everybody's going to revolve around Matic, and he's going to dictate the pace of the game. If that's the case,
the thing is,
he just seems the weakest link, doesn't he? Goodbye.
I think I said it in the preview. Goodbye. I said it in the preview with Matic. He can literally probably walk out onto the pitch with a sleeping bag and a cup of Horlicks, because what is a CDM like him gonna do in a game like this? It's going to be the easiest game he's ever had. You may as well give him the captaincy and also give him a golden pen to retire with, because it's like the easiest. He's a CDM in a game you don't need a CDM, and he's also a CDM that can't bloody attack. So really, from a tactical point of view, I wouldn't have played him, because two centre backs can do the CDM role because they ain't going to have anything to do. So a CDM's a waste of time. But the good positive thing, it means he's not playing on Sunday. So yeah, let him have a run around in his slippers. I'm not too bothered.
Yeah, and I'll never forget something you said, Mark. The CDM position is the easiest position to look good in, but it's one of the most difficult positions to excel in. And Matic, he can look good in a game like this as CDM because he can pass the ball side to side, never lose it, even though he does. But to be that deep lying playmaker, like Fernandinho's got it, he's got it absolutely nailed down. He's a niggly little dirtbag. Yeah. Tactical fouls he puts through are perfect. He's always in the right position, but he breaks the lines. He breaks the lines with runs and he breaks the lines with balls. And Matic doesn't do that. He's so stationary. McTominay, he has to learn that to be the sort of CDM, because he's not even a CDM. Let's face it, we always class him as a CDM. He's a number 10 mainly when he played in the youth setup. So he's learning a new role. He has to play forward, but we need to find a deep line playmaker / CDM who can feed the ball through. Matic ain't that.
I was going to read a few super chats. Mr. Beast says 3 questions to the Ollie haters. Has he signed anyone crap? No. Has he sold anyone good? No. How many contracts have been given to first teamers? Come on, United. Just talking the positives there. Zayn Miasi's back. He says, Mark, Saka at Arsenal is showing you how it's done. Oh, obviously. Well, you maybe should be watching Arsenal instead of getting on our super chats. And Michael Van Gerwen, well, they have actually just finished, it's 3-0. Michael Van Gerwen says, Matic being captain tonight just shows Ollie doesn't pick his captains off who's been there the longest, which is a good thing, to be honest. That's from Michael Van Gerwen. And Ying V. Famson says, Haaland is a Lukaku with a good touch. Might be right for us. Go Twan Sebi. And I just wanted to just bring in from what Paul was saying there. I don't know what a lot of people were thinking, but I was just thinking there that actually the only players that, if they play well tonight, come out with any credit are the young players. If Mata and Lingard come off the bench and score a couple of goals each, or if Rashford scores a couple of goals, it'll be good for his confidence. But if Matic plays well, or Phil Jones or Rojo play well, I think it's one of those games, Paul, really, where because it's for the youth, we just don't know what to expect. So if they play well, it's brilliant. It's like that goal for Xhaka there for Arsenal. Brilliant. Well done, lad. But if you are a sort of a senior pro, you should be putting an 8 or 9 out of 10 in against a team like Astana. So yeah, I'd be a little bit, if Matic plays well tonight, I wouldn't suddenly be going, oh yeah, he's back. It's Astana at the end of the day. They should be playing well. I don't know whether is he still there? Hello. He'll probably pop back in a minute. Astana were only formed 10 years ago, says Stuart Dadge. Yeah, they're only 1 year younger than Man City. And Matic is a Siberian Husky. You don't want it, says Joe Corey. Should get Thomas Partey as a proper CDM, says Angry Man. Apparently we could have got him because his release clause is £43 million, isn't it? You can talk to me. 50-1 for Arsenal to win the league in the best bet this year, says C Blacks. And I'll send Zane my bank account details, says Martin. Matic should change to centre-back, says Joe Corey. God, he should just retire. I hope Fred scores, says Melly, 77777. Mark, Manchester United are monitoring German coach Thomas Tuchel's situation at PSG in case they decide to replace manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, says Thomas Free. I think that's absolutely nonsense. Paulie's still there?
Yeah, my Discord went down. Sorry, bro.
No worries. We all know Matic isn't great, but let's just respect him for what he can do, says Roger. Look, mate, nobody actually dislikes these footballers when they say it. It's football. You're talking about a footballer's ability. You're not talking about him as a bloody individual. And anyone who thinks that, football's not for you, even Matic knows that. It's nothing personal. It's just for years and years and years, all through my life, every game I've bloody been to, people get slated on the terraces. That's just what it is. Wish Garner was playing instead of Matic, says Peter Walsh. Maybe that, I would you have played Garner, Paul, tonight? Or do you think that's probably one youth player too many?
No, you've got to have some sort of stability in there. Plus, you look at it this way: Ollie can't play everybody, even some of the more mature, experienced players in the Premier League every week. They need game time. You can't play him. You can't stick Matic for 30 minutes against Rochdale. He's going to get the ump. He got the ump the other day when he got subbed off because he was rubbish. You got to keep everybody on their toes. You got to give experienced players time on the pitch, as well as youth. You also have to think about the egos of some of these players. It's not as simple as just ripping Matic out, dumping him on the bench for 5 games, playing Garner and whoever else, because then it deflates Matic. There's a real balance you got to keep between all of these players. I mean, I understand certain decisions that Ollie makes, even if I don't agree with them, because I want to see certain things. Ollie realises you can't do them for behind the scenes reasons. So I understand certain decisions when I don't agree with them. I don't understand some of the decisions he makes, but that's more in game, and he seems to be working on that. So. You need stability. You need experience. All youth will, if he plays all youth and we lose, what happens to Ollie? He gets blamed. So there's a balance to be kept, basically. And I think he's got the right balance today. I saw the team and I was like, absolutely perfect. I couldn't pick holes in it.
Just as well, Jordan Such says, if Greenwood scores a couple tonight, would that be enough to get him a start on Sunday, in your opinion? And I just don't see. I just don't see the negative. I don't think it is enough. I'll let you speak, actually, Paul, then I'll give you my thoughts.
I just don't think Ollie will do it. I would. I don't even know if Greenwood's going to start as striker tonight. That's what I was meant to mention. If he doesn't start as number 9 and he starts on the wing, that is unfair to Greenwood, because you say, well, he's on the wing, at least he's in the forward line. He plays as a striker. If you put Gomez as CDM, you can't say, well, he's in the midfield, so he should perform.
Yeah.
Rashford was winger in his youth setup. He's learned to play striker. Gomez is Greenwood is a striker. So if he's not number 9 tonight, I think it's a bit unfair, and we'll have to limit that against his performance. Because I've watched YouTube clips and I've seen a couple of games with him in. He's a very instinctive striker, and he runs through them down the middle. He runs onto balls when he plays 1-2s, and he gets in really good positions in front of the box. And I think that's his strength. So hopefully he plays as number 9. If he doesn't play as number 9, how's he even going to overtake Rashford as a striker? My biggest hate, that's not my biggest hate, one of my pet hates, playing people out of position. It's not fair. James on the left versus James on the right. It's still the wing, but on the left he looks 10 times better player because he's familiar with it. I don't know if you agree.
I just think that Rashford should play on the left because he's used to playing on the left. He's an experienced player, and Greenwood, like you say, he's a young player getting a start for Manchester United in a big game, and he deserves to be given an opportunity up front. We've got it with Greenwood up front, with Rashford on the left and Chong on the right. It could be Rashford up front with Greenwood on the right and Chong on the left. I just hope that there is some interchangeability there. But what I would say is, if Greenwood scores a couple of goals tonight and Gomez has a fantastic game, and then they're not playing against West Ham, I'm relaxed because I think the worst scenario for us as fans is if he hadn't played them tonight, they don't play at the weekend, and you're just forever saying as a fan, when are they going to get a chance? Well, they're getting a chance tonight, and if they play well tonight and then they don't play against West Ham and the lads who do play shit again, then we've got the evidence there, and that's what makes me happy about tonight, is that we actually have got these players playing games now for Manchester United, and as long as they take the opportunity or show some promise, then he can only ignore them for so long. That's my feeling about it.
Yeah, again, I respect what Ollie's doing, because what have I been saying for such a long time, Mark? We don't even know our best 11. Now Ollie's trying to cement down the best 11 and see how it works. To do that, you can't change 3 or 4 players every other game, because then after 10 games of changing 2, 3 players, 1 player, 2 players, at the end of 10 games, you're back to where you started, knowing absolutely nothing. So I kind of get what he's doing.
There's an element of patience there, isn't there? There's an element of patience, and
there has to be.
I think at the first, before the international break, we played 4 games, but it was 1 game a week, and we were, when's it going to happen? But now we're playing so many games that we are getting to see these players, and I'm just to see Gomez, Chong, and Greenwood there walking out together into the tunnel, and this isn't a friendly. This isn't a reserves game. It's a Manchester United game. I think. Interested to see what the attendance is tonight as well, because realistically, I think any other club like Chelsea, Man City, their stadium's half full for a Thursday night game against Kazakhstan Premier champions. But United, I think it's going to be full tonight. Daniel Burton says, why is Ollie massaging Matic's ego? He's lucky to be in the squad after his comments, let alone captain our team. Baffles me, doesn't set a good example. And Simon Heldon says, hi Mark and Paul, according to One Football app, Greenwood is playing through the middle. They won't know any more than we know, but I hope that's right.
No,
I hope that's right.
They will.
We're about 4 minutes away.
Did you see Man City's following for his Champions League game? Sorry, Mark. Did you see the picture of Man City's fans for the Champions League away game?
Oh yeah, you could have given him a lift home on a bike, couldn't you? It was
exact. Get a camper van, mate, and you'll be sorted. That's all of them. It was ridiculous.
Exactly. What channel? The game in the USA? I've got no idea. It's on in BT Sports on the UK. It's actually on the telly for us tonight, which is great. I won't be surprised if United lose tonight, says Baba Academy. I must answer that. I must ask that question. There are quite a lot of empty seats actually at Old Trafford. It doesn't surprise me, especially in the way end. But look,
yeah, me neither.
It's a Europa League game, isn't it? Is there any chance of an upset tonight? Realistically, I suppose there's always a chance, but
there's always a chance, but no, there isn't really, is there? I mean, we can't get beat by Astana. I mean, what's that going to do to Ollie? I mean, I can't even contemplate it. I can't even talk about the repercussions of it, because I don't know how I'd feel about it. I'd just be in complete shock. I'd have to process it for an entire day, or I'd go on a rant. So yeah, we can't lose.
Well, the thing is, as well, you look at the team.
You
look at the team, and the team is what we want. So unless it's because of a Phil Jones nightmare hat trick, and we lose like 3-2. The scenario is we want to be patient with a lot of these players as well. So it's not like if we lose at the weekend with Mata and Lingard starting and Matic, it's like this is the team that we want to do way. I don't think there's a chance at Cat and House chance. So I must just finally ask you, Paul, what's your score prediction? I went 6-0. There's a lot of empty seats at Old Trafford actually. There is a lot. The whole tier up.
That's just the sign at the times, Mark. Unfortunately, 5-0. Anyway, that's my prediction. 5-0. Greenwood brace. Chong will get one. God knows who else. I just hope. I'm really, really hoping there's some really good individual performances from the people coming in, but we'll knock them dead.
Right, Paul's going to join me again at half time. Thanks for popping on, Paul. Really appreciate that, and I'll see you at half time. Hopefully, we'll be halfway there. Hopefully, we're 3 or 4-0 up by then.
Yes, mate, defo. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, mate. Actually, must say as well, the bench, you can have up to 11 subs, I think, on this, but we haven't named 11 subs. We've got Tony Grant, Ashley Young, Scott McTominay, Mata, Garner, Lingard, and somebody else I've forgotten. I mean, there's a lot of people in Old Trafford, but what I would say is, to be honest, it's Kazakhstan in the Europa League game on a Thursday night, and you can understand why it's not a sellout. Totally understand why it's not a sellout. Having said that, I think if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had released the team news yesterday, they would have sold it out. I think a lot of people would like to have been at this game tonight, because it could be a historic night. And I think a lot of people haven't come to the game because of what the fixture is, and you don't know what the team's going to be. But actually, I think if they if everybody had known that Gomez, Chong and Greenwood were going to start, I think there'd be a lot more people there. But I'm sure there's a lot of people watching like us at home. Thanks everybody who is. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, the United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We've got fan cams after the game. Be a lot. I can't wait for the fan cams tonight. Hopefully we'll be talking about a Greenwood hat trick, etc, etc. And we got previews, we got loads of stuff going on. So subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and we're up and running already. Quick start. In fact, it's caught me on the op. He ain't waiting around this ref. He's got a plane to catch. And there's the time news as well. Okay, come on you Reds, says Young Red Devil Red. Right, let's sit back and watch Manchester United's youngsters. How are they going to get on? We are playing a 4-3-3. It's Fred. Well, it might not be a 4-3-3. It won't be a 4-3-3, really. It'll be more of a, a lot of players forward. Gomez is sort of playing in that Pogba role of the three. And he's on the ball now. He's got 3 players around him. A little bit of skill, a little bit of excitement from Gomez, but... and he's giving the ball away with his first touch. You don't want to start like that, Angel. You don't want to start giving balls away. But this is the thing. It's all about patience. Like, you'd be an absolute fool if you were to say, oh, Angel Gomez is crap, he's giving the ball away. This is it. It's giving them the platform to express themselves. There's going to be, with any young player. I'm old enough to remember and fortunate enough to remember when David Beckham was playing his first few games for United, and Scholesy and Butt, and they didn't come in and just be world class players. You have to work at it. There's a ball on here. Delow into Greenwood, and he doesn't quite get away. It looks to me like Rashford's playing through the middle with Greenwood off the right and Chong off the left. Well, that is what's happening, actually. Which I think's a little bit wrong. I think that's a little bit wrong. I think that Greenwood should be playing down the middle with Rashford to the left. But it's all about Rashi, isn't it? It's all about Rashi. Phil Jones, it's got the yellow boots. It's the yellow boots. It's the yellow boots, Marcus. He's got yellow boots on, Phil Jones. I thought he'd never wear a pair of coloured boots again after how he got hammered this time last year in pink. I thought he was going to always stay in black, and he's wearing yellow boots. Gomez, nice little interchange there. United moving the ball around nicely as well, which is nice to see. Fred shoots from distance, and it's the bar. He's hit the bar. He's hit the bar more harder than a drunk at last orders. He really did it that well there, Fred. And for everybody who likes Fred, he's done well there. Must be about 35 yards out. Smacks it. Looked a little bit speculative at first, but he's hit the bar and it's gone out for a goal kick. But United, first little opportunity there. Greenwood definitely playing off the right. He does have a poise of Van Persie. I don't really talk about that, but he does have a poise. I understand why people say he's like Van Persie, because the way he controls the ball and his body movements are exactly like that. Gomez has just brought a free kick on the edge of the box there. Be nice to get an early goal in this game. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Yeah, it is a foul. He does get the ball, but he goes through the back of Gomez. Very clever play by Gomez to buy the foul there. And we're just going to see Fred's goal here. Fred's shot, actually. It's a good shot from where he is. He hits it very well. Would have been a cracker. Would have been a cracker. Anyway, free kick here. Bloody Rashford on it again. Why, oh why is Rashford on bloody free kicks again? Score? You better bloody score. No. It actually was a better free kick, actually, because it's flicked off the top of the wall. But I don't know why Rashford takes free kicks. It's one of life's mysteries, isn't it? It really is. Okay, so An interesting game in store for us tonight, everybody. Will United be able to break this Astana team down? Rearguard action. They've got their backs to the wall at the moment. You know what they need? A bit of lube. I think Rashford will enjoy the game tonight, though, because he's got 3 youngsters right behind him. And as a youth prospect himself who came through the youth setup, it's sort of like, it's leadership, isn't it? And I think that, some people embrace that. Ryan Bulling